Cole, JCole just dropped the double album, The Fall Off, Friday, February 6th yesterday. I've been listening to it. Yes. I got an opportunity to listen to both discs in the last 24 hours.
I did as well.
I can say The Fall Off is a pretty good album. We gave Cole hell last week.
Of course.
You know, as I said, my only issue with Cole ever was the apology for the battle. That was my only beef. No, I want to say that. You got to state that because people are not going to look at the previous episode and dissect it.
We got to break that video down
off
one
of
day.
What we say, because we talked shit about Cole last week. We were hoping for a good album with The Fall Off, and we got a pretty good album.
We got to break down that video one day, Doug. We can do
Which
that.
video?
The
one from last week?
No, the
or 2
quote,
weeks ago?
the quote unquote apology, man. We got to break that down line for line one day, man.
I mean, we'll do that on another episode. But how do you feel about the album that dropped?
I mean, it's the greatest album we've heard in a very long time.
I'm a Cole fan, y'all. So let's just.
It's a great 2626. Who is this? Listen, it's one of the greatest albums in a very long time, ladies and gentlemen.
I listened to this album like 20 times. This is a classic hip-hop album. Literally. Like, if anybody wants to know about hip-hop at its core, show them that album.
It's a song for every vibe. Throw a dart, pick a vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's got bops. It's got lyrics for the old heads. It's got great storytelling. Some of the greatest storytelling I've ever heard. It's like watching a movie.
Now, Vince in the comments says it's 8 out of 10.
That's
pretty good.
That's pretty good. A name like Vince, he got to be 40.
Now, off the initial listen, if I were to use the source rating system, I would give it right now four mics.
Yeah.
4 out of 5.
There was no. Yeah, 4 out of 5.
So with, like Vincent said, 8 out of 10.
Yeah, the same thing.
Yeah.
That's a 10 out of 10 though, but I feel you. I feel you. It's only 48 hours. I get it. It's only 48 hours.
You said 10 out of 10?
Yeah, 10 out of 10. I get it. It's only 40. It's only 48 hours.
Of course he gonna
I'm not a Cole. Cole's not my favorite rapper.
You just say you're greatest of all time.
He's the greatest of all time,
So
but
you're a
that doesn't mean.
So you're not a fan by that.
He's not even.
He's not the greatest of all time, but that's okay. That's another conversation. Well,
he's not even top 2 in my personal top 5. But for the consensus of hip hop, he's the greatest rapper of all time.
Okay. Now, Branson said the first disc is an 8, the second disc is a 10. It's not better than Forest Hills Drive, in my opinion.
That's okay. Forest Hills Drive is like a Magnus Opum or something.
Now, Branson also said he shouldn't have did a double album, 16 tracks.
Correct.
It's a classic.
This album is one of the best hip-hop albums I've heard in a while. To me, The Fall Off is about outgrowing something you love. Clearly, J. Cole loves making music, but he doesn't like what comes with it.
Correct.
Right, if he split it up.
That's where I was about to say, my only issue that I've had with this whole scenario, the can rap, man. That's the whole thing. He can rap. Mm-hmm. But then it's just all these subliminal, it's like jabs, and I don't want to be that guy. I've always been the one to say, man, all that, man. But what about the what about the song? But who are you going at?
You guys gotta stop the narrative.
No, it's not. No. Listen, I like
it's a narrative, bro. You gotta stop. And here's
the narrative. And
here's why. Everybody talks about the beef and the fact that he.
It's not a beef. It wasn't a beef.
The fact that he took off 7-minute drill, right? The fact that he took off 7-minute drill, and the fact that he quote unquote did not apologize, but people perceived it as such.
I didn't say that.
Might Delete Later still has all the diss tracks.
Yeah, it does.
7-minute drill wasn't.
I wasn't even talking about that.
It's still a diss track. All the diss tracks are still there. He never conceded. People took what he said on that stage and took it as an apology, and that's the furthest thing from what it was.
When he said
people
I'm sorry,
aren't healed.
When the word "I'm sorry" come out your mouth, like
in context of what?
Again.
Talking to himself, man.
Go
I'm
ahead.
talking to himself and his fans.
Again.
Like, I'm really sorry for steeping this low.
The boy can rap circles around a lot of people. I just don't. Double album in this day and age is just too much. It's just way too much, personally. I mean, but on the other note, it's hard, especially after listening to it. Like, after listening to it, there's all these jabs you're throwing. It's like, it's hard. It made it hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I hate when I hear people bringing that shit up, but it's like, damn, there's just so many jabs being thrown on this album, and damn near every other track.
JCole, to me, with this album, has essentially solidified himself as number 3. Period. Like, he is always going to be number 3 to me. This album was not that good, and I listened to it 3 different times. It just wasn't good in any facet to me. Like, there were some songs that were good, but he didn't deliver like this album took you 10 years, dog. This album ain't take you 10 years. This album didn't take you 10 years. And see, I spent a lot of time growing up in Fayetteville, right? Because I got a cousin down there. And I spent a lot of time down there. So it's like I understood a lot of the references to this album. And still, even being from and being like grown up in that place, no. So this album to me was like really a 5 or 6.
My whole thing is
It's confusing.
To
That's my
Doug's
point.
point, you can't even consume 22 tracks in 48 hours.
It's because it's overload.
No, in no album, in my opinion, it takes at least 7 days to hear a body of work.
Okay, so
You go through different highs.
All
different
those
lows
tracks
in
is
7 days.
overload. This is not that.
It's
my-
only been 48 hours. It's only been 48
my whole thing, my opinion on the album, like I said, it's 8 out of 10. Now, if he'd have got in the battle, it'd have been a 10 out of 10.
I won't say that either.
No,
I won't
it
say
would
that
have-
either.
no. So now, if he got in the battle, whether he won or lost, it would have been a 10 out of 10. The reason why we have issues with it, when, like you said, subtle.
It wouldn't have been a 10 out of 10
No,
to me, though.
Hold on, listen to it. It would have been at least a 9 out of 10. It would have been
Maybe another half a star or
There
something.
are just too many
half a
tracks on that album that I didn't like to give it a classic. But I
Yeah,
still
that
think
it's,
a really
it's
damn good
overload.
album.
Okay,
That's
so
what I'm saying. You condense it, get rid of a couple of those. I don't want to call them filler tracks, but you.
So when I listen to it, I appreciate the album as a whole. One, because he did something that most MCs don't even do today. That is, make a track longer than 3 minutes. A lot of the tracks that you get now, 2.5, maybe 3. So like, as soon as you get into it, it's like, oh, the shit over with. So he put some in depth in that. So to have a track to go 4, I think one of them was like 5.5 minutes. And you can literally sit there and listen to it. I appreciate that. I also appreciate, like I said, that the homage that he paid. I appreciate that. So again, that's backing my point up that he does listen to the OGs. He does, in some sense, pick a little bit off
Your favorite
everybody.
rapper, he looks up to other greats, and that's what I mean.
Exactly. So the fact that you look up to other greats, the disappointment that I felt was, we know that you can go toe to toe with the best of them. We know that for a fact. But the fact that you didn't get in there to let us have that discussion, let us fascinate the fact that we saw how it was between Drake and K-Dot. So we can just imagine, just based off what you put on this album, if you'd have got in there and you sitting there off the top of your dome, because why? They was dropping songs every week, once every week. So the fact that we know the skill set that you have, and you didn't put it out there for us to have that discussion, it's like almost like you robbed us of that. Because every rapper that we consider,
I refuse to keep going down that part too, nigga. Like, because everybody doesn't want to waste their.
It doesn't
energy
make
to
sense.
consume
It's
the
wasted
with
energy.
beef. Like,
How-
It's
that's
low
not
hanging
even
fruit.
beef.
You're doing-
Other
That's
great
not even
rappers
beef,
have
though.
said
No.
they don't even care and
Listen
they
what I'm saying.
it's not
understand.
beef.
Like,
That's the whole thing.
when you're vibrating on a certain frequency, there's certain things you don't even really want to waste your time with because it's going to take you out of your element.
It's called growth, maturity.
That's the part, and that's where
It's called understanding.
That's where I'm torn at with Cole, because it's like, I know why he didn't want to deal with.
He told you on the
beef
stage.
that has nothing really to do with him, and you're not really going to be. There's no real winner in all of this.
About rap.
It's
not
way
even about
deeper than
rap.
that, and he's doing business.
Wasn't
Like,
even
he is
about
working on business moves.
Yeah, but that hasn't stopped anybody that we looked up to, that we call that's the greatest of all time.
That's fine.
Right. So
But I'm just telling you about why I'm saying with Cole specifically, not anybody else. I'm talking about Cole specifically.
So
why lower? Why? And like I keep saying, lower stoop all that shit, because
how
you're
is low-
vibrating
how-
higher than most of the shit that you're about
but
to be
how is it
dealing
lower
with.
stoop? But you don't want to get in. But you calling yourself the greatest of all time. You call yourself the
Because
best.
it's about rap.
You
What they were
can't
talking
say-
about isn't about
You can't
rap.
say that you are the best when you had the opportunity to put that shit out there for everybody
So
to have
every-
that.
so I'ma ask you again.
To have that debate.
I'ma ask you again on
having-
camera.
You having a one-on-one debate with yourself. That's what you're doing.
Every great rapper
Has gotten the
won
battle.
as
Has battled.
no.
Yes, you have.
There's
LL
been-
battle, and it
I don't
wasn't
think
like
there's a top 10 MC that hasn't been in
exactly
a battle.
every
That's-
MC. Every
My
MC,
question was what I asked earlier.
What's that?
Every great rapper has acknowledged everyone.
They got in that battle. If somebody called them out,
Exactly.
they got in that battle.
Exactly.
If anybody called themselves the greatest of all time, got in that battle. They've gotten the ring.
Okay, so now in the chat, Branson said, just because y'all understand why he pulled out, I can't expect everybody else to feel the same way. Cole isn't going to get his flowers as long as that what if is still lingering. And Charles said, would J. Cole be looked at differently if he never responded to Kendrick Lamar at all instead of replying back with 7-minute drill?
Exactly.
Bitch, he wins album of the year.
Yeah, he
would
would
have.
have.
If he didn't engage at all,
He would.
this whole conversation
I
never
bet
would
you
have
he
came up.
sweeps the Grammys.
I've been listening to him spitting. I always said he's one of the greatest. And all that is irrelevant to me when you talking all that gangster shit and they call you to the yard and you don't step outside. I can't look at you. That's how I look
hear
at
the
the
music,
shit.
man. The music is great.
I don't give a you lose. I never forget Everlast and Eminem. Everlast definitely knew he couldn't beat Eminem, but he came outside to the yard. He came.
Okay, so now, quick question. What do you consider your favorite track on the album?
As of right now, I like the joint with Tim's.
Yeah, that's been my favorite track.
Tim's
With
and
Future and
Future.
Tim's. That
Yeah, I
was
like
the most
that.
standout
But that's why I'm
track to
saying,
me.
like, the boy knows how to make music.
Music,
Give me
yeah.
7 more. Give me
He
7 more.
knows how
As long
to
as
make
he keeping the music, he
You said
great.
you
He
had it
good.
a 4? You said you had it at 4 stars?
Yeah, he said
I give him a 4 out of 5 on the initial list.
I'm not going to give it no grade. I'm
We
just
need a
saying,
grade.
I like
The people need a grade,
I like what
Buddha.
he's doing. I like
Buddha,
what
the
he
people
does,
need a grade.
but I'm not sold on that being his best work. I'm not
only
going
been
to say
2
that.
days,
It doesn't,
man.
bro.
No,
when I
man,
listen,
sit back
when I
and
listen to
listen-
Forest
listen to
Hills,
this shit all the way
man.
here,
when I listen
bro.
to Forest
If
Hills,
it's your best work,
Forest
that
Hills,
shit gonna hit you immediately.
encapsulated me.
Forest Hills.
When-
No, but
when
listen
you
what I'm
heard-
saying.
When you heard the DMX,
Hold on.
What's up?
When you listen to Forest Hills, and I just want you to think about it now. Think about it. As a real J. Cole fan, when you heard Forest Hills, it was like, ooh,
That's what this does for me.
shit.
It's orgasmic.
It's a gravity.
That's what it's orgasmic.
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't get that from this.
That's what this is.
And listen,
He's
what
a
I'm
Cole
saying.
fan.
I
Listen.
did not get that.
Here's how you gotta.
This
I don't know. I
That's
don't
a
want to tell you how to
Cole
listen to
fan, so-
music.
And that's all it
He's
is.
not
I
being
just
Don't worry
didn't
about it. I'm gonna come
get
pick you up in the van this week.
that. I got my own van. I ain't-
No, that's what I'm saying. You always driving. You know what I'm saying? Be chauffeured. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, the
And
thing
we gonna
is,
vibe.
as long as he
Wow,
keep
here
it
come the hate.
music, as long as Cole keeping
Hate,
music,
hate, hate,
he's
hate,
good.
hate, hate,
You feel
hate.
what I'm saying? But when he start trying to do the sneak
Oh,
this,
man, who
and
gonna
then-
check him?
And then when he start,
Who gonna check him?
he been
Nobody.
checked. He
No,
checked
nobody.
himself.
Nobody
checked
checked him.
himself.
No, he didn't. Oh,
He
Dub.
did. He
Dub,
checked
are you free
himself when
Wednesday,
he didn't
Dub?
put his head in the ring.
What's that?
Are you free Wednesday?
Yeah, I
We-
mean, we'll
he checked
talk-
himself.
Yo, we going virtual. We
checked
breaking
himself.
down the
We can
apology,
do that.
not apology.
He
Sorry,
checked
not
himself.
sorry.
He checked himself when he
I just
didn't
need an
get
hour
in
of
the
your
battle.
time.
He checked himself when he didn't
Send
get
me
in
the link.
battle.
I'm pulling up. We gonna break it down.
He's
man,
not an
'cause
MC.
It's not an
He's
apology.
not a battle
He's the
rapper.
greatest
He's not an
MC of
MC.
all time.
Now you-
He's
you
better than
being
all your
disrespectful.
old
Trying to be
combined.
disrespectful. Well,
Nobody tells
you being
stories better than him. Nobody
Slick
does
Rick.
anything better than him. None of that.
Nah.
Hold up. Stop now. Stop that nonsense. This stealing fucking concepts. He's lifting and borrowing old concepts.
Yeah, because
so
nobody's
shut that
checking.
shit up.
Because nobody's checking for that old shit no more.
Please.
Nobody's checking for DJ
this
Clue.
Like, you can't- that-
Nobody's
that's the
checking
part that
for
I-
any.
That's the part I don't like.
Listen.
So the whole thing is like I'm saying,
Oh,
these concepts are not original. He just put his twist on
That's
them,
it.
and I
That's it.
appreciate.
That's all hip hop is.
Oh hell no, man! There's still
hip-hop,
originality
there
in
is
hip hop.
originality.
There's still
That's all
This is
hip hop
clear
is,
cut.
and this is how I know you didn't
Clear
listen
cut,
to the
motherfucker don't know
album because
history.
everything's not a sample.
What you mean?
said everything was a sample.
Everything's not a sample, and he does pay homage.
Majority of this stuff,
That's the whole purpose.
Majority of songs in hip hop.
That's the whole purpose of me doing the homage thing.
Sample
It's
of
to
the
do
music, from rock to pop,
But I'ma add a
to
little
reggae,
AI
all that shit, R&B.
Oh man.
All right, so Vince is saying nah, he's tripping. I'm a Cole fan, but he ain't the best.
Thank you.
We also have
should be Vince.
Kimmy saying, bro is not young enough to talk like this. And Vince also said,
That part too.
Vince is also saying he's glazing Cole a little bit too hard.
Tell him he got something on his chin, Vince. Tell him he got something on his.
We ain't going that far.
Tell him
Don't go that far. I'll get IP addresses. Don't go that far.
Like I said, Cole is a dope MC.
Look at him. Look at him.
What? Look at him who?
Look at him.
I'm not going to change nothing I said.
Listen, one time
it was not
cooked,
original.
2 times cooked.
It was not original. He had his take on it, and it was a dope take on it, but it was not an original concept. This is like the third or fourth time somebody has tried to rap backwards. I'm just saying in general. Like,
right.
Don't do that.
Right.
I'm not even gonna get caught up in that.
Yeah, don't.
He's rage. He's rage baiting. Like this, is like clickbait.
It's all right.
He's rage baiting.
It's all right, brother.
And the bigger issue, and I'm seeing it now,
is that old don't like change.
No,
bro.
is that
that's it.
When an OG, when an OG, hold on. When an OG listens to one of these young ass, as they call them, young punks, young whippersnappers, they don't know enough yet. They haven't lived enough. So what their experience is and who they think is the greats, they forgot about all the other that came before them that their people are listening to and like, yo, this shit was dope. If I were to listen to it again, after, I'm sure once there's certain, once the sample drops or whatever, the beat drops, certain bars that he says, it hurts to listen to because it's stop. And this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. It hurts to listen to because they could be so much better.
You heard listen, man.
And that's all. That really all.
I look up to your musical opinion, but today took a hit today, man.
And that's fine.
Why so?
Because the OG is trying to school this youngin about how his mind works.
Knowing what I know is not an apology. And because people are missing the art of what is the falling off rapper, and when you start going down this, when you start going down for what it really is, people are always shunning you away. But it's really a whole skit into what is a fall off rapper, right? When you start breaking that shit down, it's always a hater in the back of the room talking about But when you really listen to what he's saying on stage, and with Might Delete Later still being what that is as the body of work as it is, with all the disses, name calls, directs, your mamas, right? Because it's all still up there. It's the whole shit is a diss album. Only talk about one part because they like narratives, because they don't like to do the homework that they say that other people aren't doing. You know me personally, I love hip hop. No, but that decade of doing blah, 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 that shit is old. That shit been done when the consumer changed. When the consumer changed, that's when the game changed. And that's just what it is.
That's where the gray area is. And this is what I mean. Sure. You're going off of consumerism. Man, consumers.
Consumerism has always moved
every fan wants to be a rapper.
Right.
That's where the problem is.
Saturated. So
now, and like I've always said, and this is why I got myself out of the game. Then you got your drug dealers. The drug dealers already got the money. Sure. They already got the money, so now you already got the means and everything you need. But now you got the hot or the people who actually love the craft, cherish, study, all that shit. They don't have those means to get to what the other people have. They don't have those resources. So now this is where the politics of the culture come into play. And that's all I mean by that. Cole, phenomenal. But there's other who are just as hot, if not hotter than Cole. They'll never get shine because they don't have the means or the resources to get out there.
They don't have a Jay-Z co-sign.
Exactly.